guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. Journey to Bethlehem stars Milo Manham and Fiona Palamo. Classic Christmas melodies and modern pop songs tell the story of a young woman with an unimaginable responsibility, a young man torn between love and honor, and a jealous king. This is a movie that came out like a month ago. I've been meant to do a review on this. I just keep forgetting to actually do a review on it. So now I'm talking about it in December, which honestly, this kind of works a little bit more. It's Christmas, Christianity, Jesus. I think it works out. I'm not a big fan of musicals. There's musicals I like, but not really a huge fan of musicals. And there's song notes in this film that do work. I do like some of the songs in this in the movie, but they mostly take songs from actual like songs that already exist. So they kind of work around the songs so it works for the story. But they also take the Bible so they can work the Bible so it works with the songs and tells the storytelling instead of just making a good story, really. And so and that's where kind of the movie falls. It just feels like, you know, they wanted to tell the story of Jesus, you know, the journey, like the birth of Jesus, the journey to Bethlehem, but without the actual creativity behind it. And like they could have really told a interesting story. And you can still have the musical parts with it. I think the musical parts could work, but every time that they try to do a music note, it's just like, oh, we're singing now? Oh, okay, cool. But it does really feel like that they just like they had the songs, they had the Bible, and it's like, all right, we'll combine them together, but without, you know, actually trying to work out like an actual creative story of trying to tell the story of Jesus. But really, you just kind of just stitch scenes together. It's like, all right, that works. Because there's a lot of story notes, like they kind of just sort of skip over. Like you have this jealous king, and you know, and next you have the son, where this king doesn't really care, like, you know, he doesn't really believe in his son, or like, you know, he doesn't think he's worthy to take over. So you have that subplot. You have the main subplot, the journey of like the birth of Jesus and all that, and it's they kind of skip over the journey. Like, you know, Mary has to ditch town because that people think that she's crazy, and so she has to go to this remote location. After that, she's like literally pregnant with Jesus, and so she has to go to Bethlehem because, like, you know, they're trying to figure the king is trying to figure out who is this mysterious mother who is a virgin but is giving birth to like this new king. And they just kind of just gloss over it. They do a montage. There's one where she was trying to travel to this remote location. Like there's a music note there, but they just gloss over trying to get us invested into these people, to these characters, and try and like really feel this emotional weight and this really emotional grasp of like, oh wow, she has been given this heavy like duty, and she doesn't know how to handle it. Like she doesn't know what she needs to do, and they don't really dive into anything, like, you know. And you have this father figure as well. Like like they don't really dive in too much into like the actual story itself. And in the opening, they kind of like you have to assume that you know these people. This movie assumes that you have read the Bible and you've read the story to understand these characters and their point of views. Now, you can probably not read the Bible to understand what's going on, but the emotional weight behind it you won't really grasp like if you have read the Bible. This is the same complaint that I gave Five Nights at Freddy's, because like if you don't know the lore, you're not going to understand the movie, or you're not going to understand the references, and you're not going to feel like, you know, like you're one of the people in the audience that are enjoying the film. That's going to be the same thing here when it comes to knowing the lore or knowing the Bible. And it feels like laziness to me. It's not going to get anyone into like, oh wow, this is actually very interesting. I want to go check more of this stuff out. I want to read the Bible. I don't think it's going to really do any of that. If you have kids, maybe like it's a good movie to put on for kids that that have an interest, but they can't really picture it in their minds while reading the Bible. So it's a nice movie to put on so they can learn. but besides that, there isn't really nothing groundbreaking to this movie. I'm gonna give Journey to Bethlehem a C-. That's best I can give this grade. I give Wonka a D+, and so I like this slightly better. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.